It's time for your Monday Night Raw review, and it is the 1st of August. We are finally getting through the year, guys, aren't we? But we kick off the show. Oh yeah. Becky Lynch basically cuts a promo, saying that she was blinded by her WrestleMania loss and that she finally understands now. She came detached from reality, but she is here now. And yeah, she fought through a shoulder injury at disconnected essentially for 20 minutes. And so it looks like she's going to be out of action for the foreseeable future. Bianca Belair comes out. Bianca Belair fucking sucks, right? We've already made 10 reasons why she sucks. We should probably make another 10. Basically comes out and is like, Becky Lynch, you define the man. And Becky Lynch, you are the man. And then they hug, and that's it. That's our opening fucking promo for this. Don't really get it. And then as Bianca Belair's cutting a promo, but whoever comes out, I'm going to be the bestest. Oh, fucking get this bitch off my TV. Backstage, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky batter Becky Lynch. Bianca Belair then drops the mic, runs backstage in her high heels. Looks absolutely ridiculous. Takes about 15 minutes to get back. By the time she's back, those three have obviously fucked off, and it's like, alright, Becky Lynch here, sitting with a broken arm because you, Bianca, didn't help her exactly. But then we get like a look back at the legacy of the United States Championship, because tonight we are having 2 triple threat matches, and the winners of them will compete in a singles match for the #1 contendership of the US title. But first off, we have AJ Styles versus Mustafa Ali versus The Miz. You can definitely tell that Triple H is back in charge. Like, I just see how much more entertaining like triple threat matches are and fatal 4-ways are compared to like one-on-ones. It's night and day. This match was alright, but what I'm alluding to with the Triple H thing, Mustafa Ali's in this match. We haven't seen this guy what seems like fucking forever. Miz has got his ribs taped from SummerSlam, but AJ Styles picks up the win here with a Styles clash. It was actually a nice blend of styles. I don't like Ali. I think he's shite, but you know, glad he didn't win this match. We then have Seth Rollins coming out. Basically, he basically like challenges Reigns, but before like anything can happen with that, the Street Profits come out. Rollins then buries him, says, "How many times have you guys lost to the Usos? 1, 2, 3 million times." And they basically bring up about how many times he lost to Cody Rhodes, and that he lost to Cody Rhodes even when Cody Rhodes had like a broken arm. Well, not broken arm, but like the whole torn pectoral. Then that leads to a match between Montez Ford and Seth freaking Rollins, which Seth Rollins wins. It was actually a decent match. Up to this point, Raw's been alright, apart from everything to do with Bianca Belair. To be perfectly honest, Bianca Belair, pretty shit. I mean, Montez Ford actually looks like he's built a bit of muscle here. Kind of looking like Danny Glover, but you know what, we'll take it. We then have Alexa Bliss versus Asuka. I mean, not really much to report on this match, but they get attacked by Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. And to be honest, if you're gonna have a pointless match, why not actually like do stuff like this, where like it, like, you know, moves forward another storyline? That's what they did back in the day. See, there was a pointless match, you'd someone come out and fucking like attack them. Like you'd have like Al Snow against some jobber. Then Austin would come out and absolutely fucking destroy them, which was pretty brilliant. We then have the second triple threat match of the night with Dolph Ziggler versus Champa versus Chad Gable. Weird to think you could just throw Braun Breaker into this, take out Chad Gable, and it's literally the NXT main event. But yeah, Champa wins, which I wasn't really surprised about. Gable, I just feel like he's a good comedy act, but he's not exactly going to be beating these guys, even though, I mean, it's not like these guys are The Rock and Austin, but you get my point. Which then leads Dolph Ziggler. I feel like Dolph Ziggler could have won, but he doesn't. He didn't win. We then have Edge coming back. He basically says that, right, I'm going to end Judgment Day. I created it. I'm going to end it. But then he goes on to like mention like he's going to destroy like Balor, Ripley, and Priest, but he can't even attack fucking Rhea Ripley. I mean, it's just it's garbage, to be honest. Bianca Belair has a match against Io Sky, but then it ends in a huge brawl where like the two people are really getting battered. Asuka and Bliss, and then yeah, it ends in a huge brawl there. Then we have AJ Styles, Champa, winner, earns a United States Championship match. Who's going to win? Decent match this between AJ Styles and Tommaso Ciampa, or Tommaso Hot Sauce, whatever, or the Big Cheese from Resident Evil 4, whatever the fuck you want to call this guy. It's a decent match. Miz gets involved. There's a pretty good spot. He hasn't won Styles with the Styles Clash. Does a Styles Clash, but he does it close to the ropes, and I can just tell as soon as he did it, the Miz is going to lift his foot on the rope, which he does. But then have a bit of a brawl on the outside. The Miz gets like thrown over the ring keeping area. Champa then comes out, starts battering Styles, throws him over the timekeeping area. Miz then holds on to AJ Styles' foot at like 5. We get to like a count of 9, but AJ Styles manages to make it back into the ring, which then proceeds to was the fairy tale ending or something, whatever the fuck Ciampa's finisher's called, man. I'm not really 100% sure here. That happens. 1, 2, 3. Ciampa looks like he's going to be taking on Bobby Lashley. Is he going to win? Is he? Fuck. But I mean, I'm not surprised. Triple H is in the door with 5 minutes. You can kind of see he's getting pushed here. Booker T then cuts a promo backstage. Basically says about it's going to be hard for Ciampa to win because he's going to have to beat Bobby Lashley, and that doesn't come easy. And it's going to happen next week. So we've got Ciampa versus Bobby Lashley for the US title. We then have the Mysterios versus the Usos. I believe this was our main event. What's the order? I watched the clips in, motherfucker. And it's like you just had no faith in the Mysterios here, and it's a weird thing, right? Ray moves like Dominic should move, and Dominic moves like Ray should move. And if you're wondering what I'm on about there, Ray moves like he's 20. Well, Dominic moves like he's an old man. Ray's old, Dominic's young. Do the math, people. Don't really know what's going on here. Mysterios don't really ever look like they have the match won. The Usos then do like the whole tag out hang. Oh no, Dominic Mysterio, he's been fucked by this. 1D, 3D, whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, 3. The Usos retain. Edge comes out after the Judgment Day made their way out, started battering the Mysterios. He clears the ring. He's with the spear. Was it fucking Damian Priest or Balor? One of the two. And then whoever pushes Dominic into whoever Edge is going to spear, he moves out the way, leaves Dominic and fucking Ariske dangers away, man. Edge spear, good night. Dominic is sliced in half here by Adam Copeland, and that ends your Monday Night Raw. Not exactly great, is it? If we're being perfectly honest, I do feel it did kind of feel like a breath of fresh air, to be honest. I'll admit that, but it did lack an awful lot at the same time, you know. But it did feel a bit different, you know, and for that reason, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. But like we see this sometimes when they promise new eras and Vince is there, and it feels different, and then it goes back to being shit. Will Triple H be able to? I mean, I'm saying it felt different. I'm still giving it a 3 out of 10. You know, that's just the way pro wrestling is these days. Am I missing anything? There was a bunch of like highlights packages about stuff that happened at SummerSlam. Didn't watch them because what is the point? I'd watch SummerSlam. And on that note, guys, NXT review the Mora. But until next time, peace.